stop it.
Right, start.
Right.
Ready? It's recording.
So I just really quickly wanted to jump in at the beginning of this video. Now, I know that I'm in a completely different outfit to the rest of the home tour. There's also builders in the background, so it might be a little bit noisy, and the camera quality on my phone isn't as good. But I just wanted to let you guys know that this video is kindly in collaboration with JESSICA10 FOR. So I've currently got 3 of their prints behind me, which you will see in the home tour. But I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit about who they are and give you guys a little thank you from me as well. So JESSICA10 FOR, for those who don't know, are a really, really trendy, high quality Scandinavian print company, and they genuinely have something for everyone. Like, from nature to quotes to the figurettes that you'll see above me. I think they're trending quite a lot at the moment, but I've been buying from JESSICA10 FOR for years, even before I was kindly offered this opportunity. I've got 3 prints above my bed, which you'll see in the home tour. I've got 2 in my office, 1 in my downstairs toilet. They were all bought, and then these 3 above me are for the collaboration. So, you know, I've spent my money on JESSICA10 FOR before. It's not just that they've gifted me these prints and I'm now doing like a shout out, because I have bought them for years. They also have as well, which is really cool, if you wanted like a gallery wall, let's say, you can actually do like a gallery wall tool where you can kind of see what the pictures are going to look like, and you know how like the prints are different sizes and things like that. You can have like a play around with the tool. They've also got a really good inspiration section as well, so that you can kind of see what the prints already look like before you buy, which is exactly what I did with these. But the most exciting part is that I've actually got a discount code for you guys, which gives you 25% off. So the code is Jess L, but I will pop it on screen as well. And that code will be valid from the 16th of June till the 17th of June at midnight. So I've made sure that I've popped it in this video just so that you guys have got time to shop and check out using the code. So huge thank you obviously to JESSICA10 FOR collaborating with me on this video, and obviously giving us guys a discount code as well to use. I would encourage everyone to just have a little browse, because the prints are incredible, and I didn't realize how much it could bring together a room. Like, these 3 prints have honestly made my living room feel so much more homely, and this quote, I will read it out to you in the video, is amazing and it's so me. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly jump in. Obviously, as I said, I look completely different, but yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy watching this video and see the prints around the house.
So hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then a huge welcome, and if you are returning, then thank you so much. So as you can probably tell from today's title, I'm finally filming a home tour, and it's actually a year overdue. So I've actually been living in this house since the 27th of June, so it's nearly been a year since living in here, but I just couldn't get everything right the first time, and I didn't want to film it with things incomplete and things that I didn't really like. So if you do enjoy this video, please give it a huge thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you do enjoy this content, because there'll be so much more home content coming after this video. Okay, so as you come into the hallway, I've got this little shoe rack from IKEA. I believe it was like £20, and then it literally just flips open and you can pop your shoes inside. Then I've got this like little trinket dish on the top, just with my keys and a candle, just because I think candles are a little bit more welcoming. I've then got this like really irritating box, which I think everyone's got them in their houses, but I would ideally like something to cover this, like maybe like a wooden box or something, just because it's not the nicest to look at. And then on this side here, so the initial plan with this was to actually get a radiator cover, but I can't find one with like the inside like high enough to fit this in, so not really sure what to do with this space, just because obviously it's got the plugs down there. So I thought this would be perfect to have like a lamp on it and maybe another trinket dish or something, and then a big mirror just to kind of open and brighten this space up even more. But yeah, I'm really happy that I've got like a hallway in this, because I did actually view a house before this one where you walked straight into the living room, and it was something that I said to myself I never ever want, and that I want to make sure I've got a hallway. So to say the house is quite small, it's nice to have this little like entrance space. So as you come through the hallway, you come into the kitchen, which is really open and really spacious, which is something I loved. Obviously this was a new build kitchen, so I got to pick all of the worktops and cupboards, which granted was out of a small selection. I actually had to have 3 different kitchen appointments just to try and find a kitchen style that I liked. And this wasn't my favourite, but I've really grown to love it. I think it's really bright and really spacious. So I was really fortunate that I negotiated in integrated appliances. So I've got an integrated fridge freezer, and then I've also got an integrated washing machine as well, which just kind of makes it all feel a little bit more sleek and a little bit more put together, rather than having like lots of different appliances on show. And then I've just kind of tried to keep it minimal on the worktop, because I am not someone that likes a lot of clutter. So obviously I've got my kettle and my toaster, because you can't not. Again, anything that's on show, I'll try and link it in the description box below, providing that it's in stock and that I can find it. And then I've just tried to dress up like my hob with this like marble chopping board, and then I'm not really sure what this is, but it's from my grandma, and I just thought it kind of went with the marble theme on top. And then you've just got these cupboards. So the only thing that I would say with new builds, especially mine, is there is a little bit of a lack of cupboard space. So these two drawers don't actually open, nor does this one. And this cupboard is just a boiler. So you do kind of, it's a little bit deceiving in terms of how much storage you actually do get, but I am the only one that is living in this house, so I don't need too much. But I definitely could do with getting that drawer at least made into an actual drawer, which I do know that my next door neighbours had done. So these tiles actually didn't come with the house. I actually paid and got this done myself from my stepdad's brother. And I just think it's brightened up the space so much. When I first bought this house, I'll try and find a picture, it actually came with a stainless steel splashback, and this was just paint. So whenever you cooked, anything just kind of splashed onto the surface and you ruined your wall. So yeah, I'm really happy that I got tiles. And then just over this section really, I've just got my microwave, which is the biggest eyesore, and if I could find somewhere else to put it, I absolutely would. But I've tried to keep it minimal and just play around with it so it feels like more of a feature. So I've just got this little basket here, this black wire basket from Asda, I believe, just with eggs in it. And then I've got two of my cups from Wilkinson. So these cups and saucers were literally like £2.50. And I just think they really add like a nice accent into the room. And then I've also got this picture, which I got for Christmas like 3 years ago from my mum, and I absolutely love it. I love the quote. It's so kind of classic, and the white and black just really works in the kitchen, as I've obviously tried to add like the black accent. And then obviously I've got this breakfast bar, which does kind of break up the room, because I do actually have an open plan kitchen and living area, so it's obviously nice to have something to break up the two rooms. Now, I'm not really sure on these chairs. These were just from B&M. They were about £15 each. But I was actually going to try and paint the top of them white. And my DIY skills haven't put to the test lately. So I've left that for now. Not really sure whether they're going to stay here, but we'll see. The biggest kind of pain for me is the fact that you can see underneath the breakfast bar. So when you are sat down, you can see underneath, and vice versa. I would kind of like to maybe get some storage underneath, or like a white kind of bit of wood, if that makes sense, to block it off. But I'm definitely not complaining, because I absolutely love my kitchen and I'm really pleased with it. And then you do get this little bit of storage in here, which is a little bit of a mess. I've currently got my Hoover, a table, a laundry basket and some drinks on the floor. But my vision with this is probably to add a cupboard on it, some sort of cupboard door, to really kind of break it up so that you can't really see the mess behind it. But it is really handy that I've got that under the stairs. And then also, kind of between the kitchen and the living room, there is a downstairs toilet, which is a little bit of a squeeze, but I have a little bit of a story as to why I don't have a mirror, which I'll go into in a second. But I've just really tried to kind of keep this minimal. So obviously I've got my like toilet roll storage there, a little bin, my towel, my toilet roll holder, and then obviously just a little print and candle, just to kind of make it a bit more decorative. But as you can see, like, it's not the largest of space, nor do I quite understand why it's kind of in the living room. But I have been told that it's a legal requirement now for any new build to make sure there's a downstairs toilet. I think it's for like disabled access, but it does feel a little bit bizarre having it between like the kitchen and living room. Now, as I said, I was putting a mirror up here, but we had a little bit of a disaster and my stepdad drilled through the water main. So had a hole in this wall for a couple of weeks, and I'm a little bit petrified to attempt it again. So I'm just dealing with the fact I can't see myself in this room at the moment. But obviously it is handy having a downstairs toilet if I'm kind of out in the garden or anything. I don't have to traipse upstairs. and it is obviously handy having 2 toilets as well. And then from the kitchen you come into the living room. So obviously the toilet's directly in front of me now, and then I've just done this little kind of tray table display. It's a bit of a work in progress. So I've got a lamp on there at the moment, this little dome from IKEA. I love these marble coasters so much. And then I've just got a candle from Aldi, and then just a photo frame with a random kind of inspo picture in it. And then I've got this mirror up here, which I really do think kind of adds something to the room. It breaks up the kitchen to the living room, and it does kind of open up the space. It is very light and bright in this house, which is something that I wanted to keep it minimal, it light, it bright, just because it isn't the largest of spaces. And I just think the more places you can kind of use mirrors and bounce light off, the bigger it feels. So as we come into the main part of the living room, which is my favourite part, I've got this big kind of corner sofa here. So this sofa is actually really handy. It's not just a sofa, it's also got storage under here, and it's also a double sofa bed as well if I did want to have guests over, because you'll see when I take you upstairs, I didn't keep the spare room for a bedroom, but I'll show you that once we get upstairs. So I've just kind of dressed this up really neutral. As I said, I really like to keep this room bright and neutral. So I've just got these cushions. I think these are from IKEA and these were from Dunelm. That cushion in the corner on like the chaise longue part, I think that's from Jess. And then my throw is again from IKEA, because IKEA is just perfect for kind of Scandi arrangements and all like you kind of neutral vibes. And then I absolutely cannot go without mentioning these 3 beautiful prints, which I just think have added so much to this room and really brought it together. So on the left hand side there's kind of a double figurette poster, which kind of looks like, I guess, someone's being hugged by a man. There's then this single figurette, which I absolutely love. I think this one is so classy, and I don't really know what pose she's doing, but I just absolutely love these figurette artworks. I do think they are kind of trending at the moment, but I think these are going to be a classic in my house and stay for quite a while. And then in the middle, I absolutely love this quote. I think it's because obviously I am kind of on my own, and I love Carrie Bradshaw. But this quote basically says, maybe some women are not meant to be tamed. Maybe they are supposed to run wild until they find someone just as wild to run with. And I just think that is such a beautiful quote, and it's very me, if anybody knows me as well. And then as you come around to the coffee table, this is just the black coffee table, I believe, from IKEA, and I've just tried to dress it up with these 3 books. I will link these books in the description box below. So I've got this White Company book, For the Love of White, which is so good for interior. I've also got this Vogue Lingerie Essentials, which when you open it is a little bit raunchy, but the photos inside this book are incredible. And then I've just got this little book of Chanel, just as kind of like coffee table decor. And then I got this vase the other day from Layered Lounge, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. And then just picked these peonies up, actually from Aldi yesterday, just to have some fresh flowers in the house. And then obviously I've got these double doors that lead to outside, so I do actually have quite a nice sized garden. And then I've just got this kind of little rustic kind of vintage bistro set, just because I've been lying on a picnic blanket for quite a while, so it's just nice to kind of have something to have like my morning coffee and read my book. I have actually got blinds in every single room, and these ones are the perfect fit. So when you open the door, obviously the blinds are not stuck to the ceiling, so they kind of swing out with the door, which keeps it all together. And again, it just adds so much light. And then the final little bit in the living room, so this cove has actually been built for the sofa, and they actually flip the plugs around so that you're meant to have your TV in that side, which does not make sense because I personally don't think you can fit a sofa in this. So I've actually made this my TV side and just ran a cable through the floor. So I've got this little white TV, which everyone kind of takes the mick out of me for because it is a little bit small. But it's the only white TV. If I can get it in white, I absolutely will. And then I've just got this unit, which I can't remember the name of, but I will link it in the description box below. It's just really good for storage. As I've said, I'm quite a minimalistic person, so any kind of mess or clutter, I'll try and hide it away. And then I've just got these 2 ornaments on the top. So I've got this little lantern, which was from B&M. And I think the candle was just from IKEA, but again, it just ties in the really kind of minimal black accents rather than anything like really big and statement. And then I absolutely love this guy. So he is the man of the house, and this little man is from H&M Home. And then finally, just in the corner, I thought this was pampas grass, but you guys are probably going to tell me it's not. It's actually just kind of dried grass from the canal, which me and my cousin picked up. Not really sure if that's illegal, but it's natural grass from a canal. And I just popped it in a little H&M carafe, which I believe is for wine. But I just think it really does add a little bit more kind of plant life and something a little bit different textured, I guess, in the house. So yeah, that is the downstairs. So obviously we've had a little look downstairs, so I'm gonna take you upstairs and then into my bedroom, which is my favourite little room. So again, I've kept it really, really neutral. I've just gone with neutrals and whites, and then I've got these 3 prints again from Desenio. So these 2 are just feathers that say dream, and then the one in the middle says you are some kind of wonderful, which I love that as well. I've actually forgot to mention these lampshades, which does fit in with the feather theme across the full house. So wherever it's possible, I've added this furry lampshade, which is from Amazon, so I'll link it below. So I've just kept it really, really neutral, including the bed head. So I get asked about this bed all the time. So this bed is from the Luxury Bed Company, and it's called the Jessica beds. I wonder why. So I was really fortunate to collab with the Luxury Bed Company, and I actually got to name this bed. This bed is incredible because it lifts up and I've got so much storage underneath, which is something, again, in a new build, you do lack storage. So I think it's really handy where you can to shop for things like sofas and beds with storage built in. But this duvet cover and duvet set is just from IKEA. It's just, again, really neutral. This throw is from B&M. And then these cushions here, these are from Primark, these are from IKEA, I believe, and then these are from Dusk. I love this kind of waffle print. And then I've got symmetrical bedside tables. So I'll let the camera come in because I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see. But I've got these gold-based lamps from IKEA, which I absolutely love. And I've got matching Dior books on both of the bedside tables. So I've actually DIY'd this bedside cabinet and just changed the handle on it. So it was like a dusty kind of grey colour, and I just thought it really brought in like this gold accent. And I never used to be a fan of gold, but I absolutely love it in this room, and I think it works really, really well. And then I've just got a lot of my kind of reading books in there, and I believe I've just got a Chanel box and a reed diffuser on the other side, just to kind of add a bit more kind of dressy bits to the room. Now, I don't actually have a TV in this room, which is something that I believe most people do find a little bit strange, but for me, my bedroom is just the place where I relax, I wind down, I read, and obviously I sleep. And because it's just me in the house, it just makes sense. I've got a TV downstairs, and I've obviously got my MacBook as well. So I've got this mum dressing table unit, and then this little stool underneath, which is from Aldi. Cannot believe it, but it's got the exact same kind of gold accent underneath, and I just think it ties really, really nicely with the room. I then just used one of the IKEA, I think this is the mum 2-drawer bedside table unit. Not really built it the best, but anyone that knows me knows I'm not very good at DIY, and it just fit really nicely underneath. And then I've just got this big mirror here from B&Q. This was about £26 and I only bought it about a week ago, so it should definitely be in stock. And then, yeah, I've just got my little candle there, and then I've just got this, which I absolutely love. It's like a gold trinket dish. I've got a bit of a discoloured gold necklace in there. I just think this looks really, really cute, and it just, again, brings in that kind of gold accent. So yeah, this is the room. So if we then go on to the main bathroom, obviously there's the little toilet downstairs. I say main, it's not the biggest of bathrooms, but obviously it does for me. So this shower was actually a free upgrade that was negotiated in through the deal when buying the house. If you just got this room regularly without the upgrades, it would have only been half tiled. the shower would have been on the tap at the bottom, and you wouldn't have had a shower screen or the shower up there. So I'm really fortunate that I managed to get that negotiated in, just because it would have been a pain in the arse to sort out later. And then I've just kind of accessorised it again. We're neutral in this house, so I've just got a plain white bath board, this body brush, some face cloths, and then my bath salts. And then just in this corner, again, this was a upgrade. I think I actually paid £125 for this, but it was worth it to obviously have a towel rail. And then I got this lovely towel with my name stitched on it from the Stitch Company. So I'll pop them in the description box below, and I'll double check if I've got a discount code. If I do, again, I'll pop all the details either on screen or in the description box below. But I just love the black and white on this. I just think it looks so bougie, so premium, and it's personalised. And then finally, I know I've said a few of these rooms are my favourite, but this is definitely hands down the winner. So I'm going to take you into my kind of office space and wardrobe. So if we start at this side of the room first, and I'll kind of take you around, I've got these wardrobes from IKEA. So these are actually the these are actually the Pax wardrobes, which you just design yourself. I actually went in and got some help on the computer just because I didn't really know what I needed. Now this one, again, there's been a bit of DIY with this unit. So this unit was as tall as this one. My dad very kindly cut this so that it fit on top of this very irritating stair box, which I honestly don't know why it's there. I'm guessing it literally has no other place to go. But it does just kind of create a bit of an eyesore in the room. So I was really fortunate to kind of utilise this space the best that I could and pop the wardrobe on top, which I think works quite well. It's just a single rail one on this, just to kind of put the longer items such as coats, cardigans, long dresses, and things like that. And then on this side, this one looks a bit more like a Pax wardrobe, I'd say, because it's got the built-in storage system as well. So obviously I've got the one rail at the top where I've just popped like jumpers, jackets and blouses. I've got this jewellery drawer as well, which I just think makes it look so much more kind of classy. You can actually get trays to be built in, which I definitely think I'm going to do because this is just a little bit mismatched at the moment. You do have to buy all of these components separately. So this drawer, even this glass shelf, just to kind of partition it off, you do have to purchase them separately. And then I've just got my 4 drawers as well. So I've got this one with just like tops in and stuff. I've got my underwear drawer. And then I think the bottom 2 drawers are just kind of like the summer staples that are not quite ready to come out yet. The UK weather doesn't really know what it's doing at the moment, so they're just staying in the drawers. And then I'm not really sure what this is, but I believe it could be a CD rack. And I've just used this to kind of fill this really small gap that I had between the wardrobe and the window. So I've just kind of dressed in a few accessories. This part isn't quite finished yet, but at the moment it doesn't look too bad. And yes, I've got the full wardrobe on this side and then just some storage across the top. Just because, again, as I've said multiple times, you run out of storage in these houses. So yeah, I've got the wardrobes on that side. This then brings you in to my favourite part of the room, which is my office space. So I'm going to talk you through this. This unit here is a DIY unit. I've already had so many questions on Instagram about this unit. I don't know how to say it, but I'll pop it on screen or in the description box below. And this laptop table was from IKEA. It was only £29, which was an absolute steal, but you have to buy it in black. So you can only buy the black one on IKEA, and if you want to buy the white version on eBay or Amazon, it's actually £149. So when I was shopping around, I thought an extra £120, I'm going to try and do this myself, and luckily it's worked really well. So I just used a Dulux paint before I built it, and there was a special one for wood and metal, and I think I've done quite a good job. So love this laptop table. I think, again, it's so minimalist. It's not a big kind of eyesore in the room. It feels really light, and it's a lovely office space to work as well. So obviously I've got the kind of light behind me that bounces into the room. And then to kind of match with the glass on the table, bought this chair from, again, IKEA, which I believe was about £60. And yeah, I absolutely love this. I think it looks so kind of classic and so nice. And then I've just kind of dressed up the table with this little money tree from B&Q. If there was going to be a plant in my office, it was going to be a money tree. I've got this little Amalfi lemon candle, I think just to try and get over the fact that I should have been there last month. But I'm going to try not to think about that too much. And then I've just obviously got my MacBook on here. And then just on this like little shelf, I've added this Kim Kardashian Selfish book. It's such a random book, but I absolutely love it. It's just all of Kim's like iconic selfies over the past like few years. And if anyone's getting the book, in the middle of the book, there's a little bit of a surprise, and I'm going to leave that there. And then I've just dressed it up. Absolutely love this sun timer from IKEA again just adding that kind of gold accent in to the office space. Then I've not actually put this up yet, but this should be sitting on this back wall between my two windows. And this is my vision board, because anyone that knows me knows I love the kind of law of attraction and manifestation, and I just thought it would be perfect to have like all my goals visualized in my office as I'm working, just right in front of me. So need to pop that up. I actually only finished this 2 days ago because it took me so long. So then moving on from like this middle office space, I've got this kind of display unit and mirror. So these units are from IKEA. These are the Mom 3-drawer units. Now you could have actually got a double unit of this, so it's just a single unit. But my cousin actually came up with a really good idea that if I did want to move, or if I did just want one, then at least I've got two to play with rather than just one large unit. So just kind of dress this up with my Sonos, a candle, and then a recent print from Desenio, which is just these two faces. And then if we go up onto the shelf, so I've just kind of dress this up with some designer boxes and designer purchases, and then these two faux plants from IKEA. Again, another quote in the back there from Desenio in my office, which just says, ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow, which in an office space, what a perfect quote. And then just a quick mention of this mirror, because I'm sure I'll get some questions. So this mirror actually used to be in my bedroom and in this office space. This is the Nisadal mirror. It's only £45, and I think on the side it just really opens up the room. You really get the light kind of bouncing off it back into the space, which I really love. And then just in this corner here, because I don't really have a home for these, but I've just got my softbox and my tripod for filming. So yeah, that is the office space, and as I'm looking at it now, this is definitely my kind of favourite room. I just feel like I've got a bit of everything. I've got storage, I've got my table, I've got my wardrobe, and this room is definitely the most me, I'd say. And it's definitely my little happy place. So that will go ahead and conclude today's video. Hopefully you guys loved this video. Obviously it's taken me a year to film. If you didn't though, please try and keep it out of the comments box below. But if you did enjoy it, please give it a huge thumbs up. And as I said at the beginning, don't forget to hit subscribe before you leave. If you do really enjoy home content, again, let me know and I'll try and film it a little bit more. I think now I've filmed a home tour, I'll feel a little bit more comfortable at doing more home videos. If anything isn't linked in the description, if anything isn't linked in the description box below that you wanted to find out where it's from, again, don't hesitate to drop me a DM or leave it in the comments box below. But yeah, thank you for watching.